In this video, we're going to talk about the Arbor Sin Nombré. It's a stiffer camber dominant backcountry freestyle type of board, which is surprising that it has camber because it's designed for riding POW. This is a board that you can aggressively charge with, it'll plow through snow, and the way the tip and tail shape are, it helps funnel snow out to the side. This board features Arbor's Camber System. Think of it as Arbor's Camber 2.0. So what you have is parabolic camber, so it's less camber out in the tips, or kind of similar to traditional camber, with uprise fenders. A 3D shape that raises the contact points. That way you get more of a surfy feel out at the tips. Then you have grip tech underfoot, which is an added contact point, so you can steer the board right underfoot instead of out at the contact points. So basically, traditional camber with an added contact point underfoot and raised contact points out at the tip and the tail. It gives for a surfy play, but you still get that snap and pop that you would get from traditional camber.
So the Sin Nombre sits in that all-mountain freestyle category that is overused. This board sits probably more towards the all-mountain and less towards the freestyle side of things, so you're going to notice a hair of more flex in the tip and the tail, and then it's just going to start stiffening back about midway from the contact point to the insert pack. It's going to start stiffening up all the way through from there. And then there's going to be a little bit of torsional give to it, not a lot. Overall, this board is super stable. You can charge hard with it. It's not dead. It's not one of those damp dead rides by any means. It's going to be lively enough. You know, just keep your knees bent and absorb the chatter, just plow through, but it's still going to have that stiffness and stability to it to really bust through heavier, wetter snow. So this is one of those boards that you really want to load the camber profile up on to get snap out of. If you don't, if you're a lazy shredder, you're a last minute loader, you're not going to get shit from this thing, and basically you're just going to fucking waste your time. This is a board that's designed for going fast and popping hard, and you want to load it up. So if you're one of those guys that has come off of traditional camber, older boards, you know what you're doing, that's for you. If you're one of those new age riders that hasn't ridden a lot of traditional camber, bring your fucking A game. That's the only way I can describe it. Yes, this board is at home on a jump line if you do take it in the park, small, medium, large. I would say probably more on the large side of things just due to its flex pattern. Be prepared to muscle this board when you are buttering. This is a board that you want to bring your A game to really drive into the board. You've got to keep your weight over the tips. Now, the uprise fenders will help this board be a little bit catch free. Okay, so let's talk about that tip shape and buttering. You're probably going to get it to hook up in heavier snow and spin you around a little bit. Now, when it comes to jibbing, can you do it with this board? Yes. Would you do it every day? No. This board has a lot of rebound in it and snap. You're going to notice that when you press into it, that it's going to want to fight you. It's going to want to just pop out. So go fast and press hard. This is a board for laying trenches. I can't stress that enough. If you really want to carve, grip it and rip it. Drive that back knee into the center of the board. Flex it. Just leave a trench. Yeah, short, quick, tight setup turns are going to be easy. Long, drawn-out carves, not a problem. This is a board for going out and railing a Euro carve in front of people. This is something where you want to be dragging your armpit on the ground, staring uphill and pointing at the guy that's fighting with his girlfriend over teaching her how to turn. Yes, the uprise fenders will make it a little less hooky up in the tip and the tail, but overall, this board wants to drive a carve. So who's the Sin Nombre for? This is for the guy that's first chair, last call, someone that doesn't give a shit about lift lines or anything in its way, someone that's just going to go out there and charge hard. They want to use this board as a quiver of one with more emphasis on the all-mountain than the freestyle side of things with this board. This is a board, though, that is for the more aggressive rider, for someone that's really pushing it.
So maybe you're asking yourself, what boards are comparable to the Arbor Sin Nombré? Let's break it down for you. The Endeavor KTV, the Ride Berserker, the Signal John Jackson Sierra Series, the Venture Zelix, the Liberace Technologies Swiss Knife, the Niche Story.
Alright, so now you've decided what snowboard you're going to get, and you're going to decide where you're going to buy it. If you're shopping local, awesome. Slap your local shop guys a high five and tell them they're killing it. But for those of you that are buying online, why don't you shop from one of the links we have down below? That way you support us and you get a deal on your snowboard.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way you can see all the relevant or irrelevant snowboarding content that we're putting out for you guys. So smash that bell down below. That way you're getting a notification. And I'll see you guys in another video.
Oh, another thing, guys. If you like what we're doing and you want to try to support, check out the link below. We've got a Patreon now, and it gives you some really cool options with great benefits to give us some support monthly and get a little bit back and some sneak peeks behind the scenes. So check it out.